Today, we're diving into a danger that's totally invisible. It has no smell, no taste, but it's responsible for thousands of emergency room visits every single year. The scary part? It could be in your home right now. Understanding this is, and I'm not exaggerating, a matter of life and death.
So let me ask you a question. What's the one invisible danger that's behind more than half of all poisonings that happen inside the home? You can't see it, you can't smell it, you can't taste it. Any ideas?
Well, the answer is carbon monoxide, or CO. It gets produced anytime a fuel, think gas, oil, wood, even coal, doesn't burn up completely. And its stealthy nature is exactly what makes it so incredibly deadly. You could be breathing it in right now and have absolutely no clue until it's far too late.
So in this explainer, we're going to walk through 5 critical things you need to know. We'll look at the scale of the threat, how it actually attacks your body, how to recognize the symptoms, exactly what to do in an emergency, and, this is the most important part, how you can prevent it from ever happening at all.
First up, let's get a real sense of just how serious and widespread this problem really is. The numbers here, well, they paint a pretty sobering picture.
On average, in the U.S., almost 440 people die every single year from carbon monoxide poisoning that isn't even related to a fire. And you know, every single one of those is a preventable tragedy.
And that's not even the whole story. Beyond the fatalities, an estimated 15,000 people, 15,000, end up in the emergency room each year because of CO exposure. This isn't some rare freak accident. It's a major public health issue.
So where is this all happening? A full 50%, half of all incidents occur in the one place we're supposed to feel the safest, our own homes. The very place we let our guard down is where this hidden danger is most likely to be.
But how? How does an invisible gas do so much damage to us? Well, its method of attack is just frighteningly efficient.
Okay, so it all goes down in your bloodstream. Your red blood cells have the stuff called hemoglobin. Think of it like a fleet of tiny delivery trucks for oxygen. But when you breathe in carbon monoxide, it's like a hijacker. It jumps into the driver's seat of those trucks and it holds on about 240 times tighter than oxygen ever could. It basically hijacks your body's entire oxygen delivery system. And this toxic bond creates a nasty compound called carboxyhemoglobin. As more and more of it builds up, it literally starves your organs, your brain, your heart, of the oxygen they need to survive. It can even cause blood vessels in your brain to swell, which is a life-threatening condition. So really, CO poisoning is a form of chemical suffocation from the inside out. Since you can't see or smell it, our only real defense is to recognize the symptoms. And this is tricky, because they often look and feel just like other common illnesses, like the flu or even food poisoning. Now this chart shows just how fast CO can take you down. I know there's a lot of data here, but just focus on the relationship between the concentration, that's ppm or parts per million, and time. Look, at a low level, say 200 ppm, it might take a couple of hours to get a headache. But if you jump to 1600 ppm, you could be unconscious in 20 minutes, dead in an hour. The danger escalates incredibly fast.
Here's another way of looking at those risk levels, just to put it in perspective. Normal air has almost no CO. But at just 35 ppm, you've already hit the legal limit for a full workday. By the time you're at 800 ppm, you're talking nausea, convulsions, and death is possible in under 3 hours. The margin for safety is way smaller than you might think. That's why acting fast is so vital.
It's also absolutely critical to know that the symptoms can look different depending on your age. For adults, it might be headaches and nausea. For a child, you might see vomiting, or they might seem clumsy and uncoordinated. And for an infant, it could be something as subtle as just not wanting to eat. Kids, the elderly, and pregnant women are all much more susceptible. Here's a key tip. If multiple people in a house all start feeling sick at the same time, you have to consider CO poisoning.
Okay, so you suspect CO poisoning. What do you do right now? Knowing the exact steps to take in that moment can literally save a life. This is your emergency response plan.
The first and most important step is to get everyone out into fresh air. I mean, immediately. Don't waste a single second trying to find the source. Just get out. Once you are safely outside, then you call for emergency help. And only after everyone is out should you even think about opening windows and doors to air the place out. So when help arrives, they're going to start treatment right away. This usually means giving you 100% oxygen through a mask to help flush that CO out of your system. They'll be monitoring all your vital signs. They'll draw blood to confirm exactly how bad the poisoning is, and in really severe cases, they might transport you for specialized treatment in something called a hyperbaric oxygen chamber.
Reacting to an emergency is one thing,
and it's crucial. But preventing one from ever happening in the first place, that's the real goal. So let's talk about how to build your defense against carbon monoxide.
First, you have to know the enemy. CO can come from basically any fuel-burning appliance. We're talking about your furnace, your gas stove, your water heater, fireplaces, even those portable generators. And of course, a car left running in an attached garage is a classic and very, very deadly source.
So how do you protect yourself? This right here is your checklist. Number 1, and this is totally non-negotiable. Install CO alarms on every level of your home, especially outside sleeping areas. Number 2, get your heating system and chimneys checked out by a pro every single year. And number 3 is just common sense with appliances. Never, ever use a gas oven to heat your home, and never run a car or generator inside a garage.
You know, this quote really says it all perfectly. Awareness and understanding are your most powerful weapons. Knowing the risk, getting how it works, and just taking a few simple steps, that's how you can eliminate this threat from your life. So we've walked through the what, the why, and the how of carbon monoxide poisoning. The only question left is the one you have to answer for yourself. So I'll ask you directly, is your home truly protected? If there's even a little bit of doubt in your mind, now is the time to act.